Hey guys, in this video I'm going to compare the QS1 versus the QS2 since a lot of you asked me to do it, and in this video I'll talk about why you should get the QS2 over the QS1, and also I'll try and cover the bluedio TL versus the QS2 briefly. And guys, please hit the subscribe button and also like this video. So let's begin the video. Now, one of the major difference that you notice when you look at the spec page, the QS2 has the Ipx4 rating, whereas the QS1 does not seem to have any water resistance. This could be a big deal for a lot of customers in choosing the QS2 over the QS1. Also, when you look at them closely, the QS2 seems to have a darker color, as you can see, compared to the QS1, but I feel the buttons are slightly better on the QS1. When I press it, I can feel that the QS1 is slightly better. Again, it doesn't mean it's bad on the QS2. Looking at the size, I feel that they both are almost the same, but I did not really measure them. But as you can see guys, they both look almost the same size. And when I tried to put the QS2 in the QS1 case, actually not only does it fit, but also I was able to charge them, and it did it vice versa, so it works both ways. So basically they both are almost the same in terms of size. Also, I did not notice any difference in terms of fit and comfort wearing both of them, so yes, they both are almost the same. Another more obvious difference is that yes, the QS2 has the lid which is translucent, and some people might prefer this, myself included, because using the QS1 over a period of time, I noticed that there is a dust that basically piles up. So yes, I would say it's not a deal breaker, but I'd prefer the lid over the open design case. Another minor thing is that when you are trying to remove the earbuds from the open case, because they are open, the magnets are stronger, and it becomes slightly difficult on the QS1, which is not again a deal breaker, but again I find it to be slightly easier on the QS2. So that's a small thing, but wanted to share with you guys. In terms of range, I put the phone in the same spot and started testing the QS2, and I moved farther away, and I noticed wherever the connection was dropping, and I marked the spots, and I repeated the test with the QS1, and the QS1 also was dropping exactly on those same spots. So in terms of range, they are almost similar, very similar, and even the connectivity is also pretty similar as well. In terms of sound quality, I believe they both are using the same Realtek chipset, so it does not necessarily mean they should sound the same, because a company can choose to tweak the sound profile as per the product, but I did not really notice any sort of difference between the two. I tried listening to some of the tracks one after the other, connecting to both of them, but I could not find any difference. Even if there are any differences, it is just beyond me. I mean, I don't claim to be an audiophile or music expert, but as far as I can tell, they almost sound exactly the same. And even I find the volume levels to be almost the same on both of them. I did not notice any volume boost on the QS2. They both are almost on the same level. Now when it comes to the battery life, the QS1 lasts only close to 3 hours, whereas the QS2 lasts 4 hours, and that is a huge difference in terms of battery life, and this is a major upgrade, I would say, when you are choosing the QS2 over QS1. Even the battery case has almost double the battery capacity over the QS1. Some of you asked me to compare the bluedio TL versus QS2, but I already compared QS1 versus bluedio, and I don't think it's really worth doing another video between these two, because the QS1 and QS2 sound the same. I highly suggest you to check that video, link is given in the description. Almost everything applies except the fact that these both have similar battery life, which is 4 hours. But again, both bluedio and QS2 sound pretty good for the price, so you cannot really go wrong with either of these. Guys, please give this video a like and also subscribe to the channel. It took a lot of time to make this video happen. Thanks for watching guys. I'll see you soon.